Hi guys, I hate to say it and you probably won't like this video, but we have to, you cannot believe the idea that the rewards that you will get will be proportionally, will be the same as your efforts. Unfortunately, things are not like that anymore. They're not. You will not get proportionally as much as you get with the efforts. And let me explain why. This is something that we were sold, the American dream, for a long time. And since the 70s, statistics say it's gone. It's gone. In the 1940s, you had 90% chances that you were gonna make better, that you were gonna reach a better life than your parents, that you were gonna do better than your parents. Today, statistics, and this is not a US statistic, this is around the world. Today, you only have 8% chances that you're gonna do better than your parents. We jumped from 90% in the 40s to 8% today. So that means it's very important that you can wrap your brain around that idea, because this is something that has caused a lot of stress, a lot of depression, a lot of suicides. This is something that really messes up with mental health. In the past, people would go to college, and it was normal that they will get out of college and get a job. It was a normal thing. Nowadays, it's not the same. I'm talking those days they will get a job actually in their field. Nowadays, you can get a job, but you're very probably, and you're gonna get a job. If you don't find something, a lot of those people are going to different fields. They say, you know what? If I don't get a job, if I went to business administration and I'm not getting a job in that, well, I'm gonna do Uber, or I'm gonna work at Costco or something like that. Doing something different. So it's very important that we can accept that and say, okay, if that's, it's gonna be this is gonna be something difficult, but I have to be prepared for that, and we have to learn to accept it. Okay, one of the things that I like to tell my students, the kids that I coach, I like to say, and I like to talk to them about this at an early age, is this. To me, this is my number one rule in life. No matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you do, success is never guaranteed, period. It doesn't matter how hard you work, success is not guaranteed. There is nothing that is going to guarantee you that job that you've been working so hard to get, you've been applying again and looking around for it and talking to people in the company and everything. It doesn't matter how good you think you did in the interview, there is no guarantee you're gonna get it. It doesn't matter how hard you train. You might never be that guy that has been beating you over and over and over in the tournaments, or the teams that have been beating you. Okay? Now, what I can guarantee you is that after you fail, you're gonna be a different person. You're not gonna be the same guy that you were when you started studying, or the training preparation. That's a fact. You're not gonna be that same person. You're not gonna have the same mentality. And if you know how to look at failure from the right angle, you're gonna see that you are not the same person. You don't have the same kind of resiliency. You don't react the same way. You don't think the same way. You're gonna be better prepared. And another thing that I can guarantee you is, because you're not gonna be the same person, you're probably gonna be able to identify opportunities, other new doors that will open for you in different, probably in the same or different fields. So, but the important thing here is that what we need to do is, one, you need to keep putting everything you got on the table. That don't let this be an excuse to say, so what am I fighting for? No, because the only way you're gonna have even the smallest chance to succeed, to achieve what you want, is putting everything you got on the table. Everything, and doing things that you haven't done before, studying, working, whatever you need to do for hours that you haven't done before, going, just moving towards it, doing things that you haven't done before, thinking about it the way you haven't done it before, approaching it and taking action the way you haven't done before. Another thing is that you need to learn to adapt to that. You need to learn to adapt to the failure. You need to learn to have the resiliency to get up and adapt to reacting in a positive way to the worst failures that you're gonna have, the most painful failures that you can have. You're gonna have setbacks that are really gonna get to you. But if you sit down just crying and whining about it, is not gonna fix it. I can tell you that. So that's one thing that we need to change. It's okay that you sit down and you whine and you complain. Take your time, take a week, take 2 days, whatever. But you gotta say, this is it. Every time I tell in tennis, I tell my students, you lose a point, you have 24 seconds to play the next point. If you lose a point and you hate it, you wanna whine and complain and cry, okay, take 10 seconds. Because in the next 10, 15 seconds, you have to prepare yourself for the next point. You don't want to arrive to the next point still with that mentality, whining and being, being down and not having any preparation for the next point, because it's just a cycle that is gonna keep repeating. You're gonna lose that one, then the next one, then the next one, and then you lose one game, then you lose one set, and the next is you lose the match. So you take your time to recover quick. I always say in tennis, you have to learn. Points are fast, 24 seconds until the next one. You have to learn to let go. You have to learn to be ready for the next point. And it's the same thing here. You have to prepare yourself to say, I'm gonna have setbacks. They're gonna really get me down on my knees. They're gonna hurt me. But there's nothing wrong with hurting, but you need to learn to recover and be ready to get up and get up ready to fight for the next opportunity. So just remember that, guys. The fact that things nowadays are much harder doesn't mean that you're gonna give up, because nothing has changed. You still have to put everything you got. You just have to learn to look at it, learn from the failures. You have to learn to adapt, and you have to learn to get up and say, I'm going back again to the fight. Okay, well, I hope you like it. I hope it helps. And give me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.